So now we have a pretty good grasp that once we become saved, we have a new master. We're no longer slaves to sin. We no longer want to sin anymore, but we're slaves to Christ. And we're slaves to what His will is. We want to do what God says. All this talk of slavery and masters and all this isn't very applicable today because we don't really have slavery around today, at least in America. So we can look at it in a different light. Imagine there's this pregnant mother. She's a drug addict, and she gives birth to this son. This son is going to have drug addictions also. It's going to be medically messed up, and there's nothing this child could have done to prevent it. It was born this way. In the same light, we're born into sin. Adam was the first one to sin, and from that, it passed to all generations. There's nothing we could have done to prevent it. We are born with sin, we're born messed up, we're born rebellious to God. So jump forward a few years with this child, and he's been addicted to drugs, he's been watching his body deteriorate. All of a sudden this doctor comes up out of nowhere, and he says, I've just created this brand new pill. All you need to do is take it, ingest it, you'll be completely healed. This is exactly what Christ did for us. Christ came, He died on the cross, He took all of our sins, and the only thing He says is, accept it. All you need to do is accept my free gift, and you will be saved from sin. So jumping back over, this young man reaches out, he takes the pill, he ingests it, boom! All of a sudden, completely healed. He no longer has an addictive obsession to drugs. His mind's clear, his body's healed. When he looks at drugs now, he's going to see them as something disgusting. He's going to want no part of it. He saw what they did to his life. It was destroying his body. It was messing with his mind. It was leading him down a road he didn't want to go to. It was killing him. In the same light, we reach out, we accept Christ's free gift, we become saved. Boom. At that point, we see sin for what it really is. It's something disgusting. We no longer want to go back and sin. We don't want to sin and say, well, God will forgive us. We see it as something disgusting. We want to run as far away from it as we can. Just like drugs, sin is repulsive. If you're healed from it, you don't want to go back and redo drugs, take pills again to get better. It's something that you flee from. This is the same light that Christ is showing us. What Paul's saying here is that there's two natures to man. There's those who are born to sin, which everybody's born to sin, but there's those who stay in that sinful nature. They never reach out, they never accept Christ's free gift. And that's going to lead them to hell. They're going to live their lives how they want to. Sin's going to be their master their entire life, and they're going to die and be eternally separated from Him. But then there's going to be another group of people. They're going to reach out, they're going to accept Christ's gift, and their lives are going to change. They're going to see sin as something disgusting. They have a brand new master, and they're going to follow Him. In doing so, this is going to result in righteousness. They're going to be saved from their sin, and when they die physically, they're going to be raised up to heaven, and they're going to spend eternity with Christ. This is what Paul's trying to say here. There are two natures in everybody, and when you became saved, your nature is going to change. The way you act is going to be different. So take a look at your life. Are you different from the way you were before you were saved? Are you different from your unsaved friends? Because your heart should be changed at the point of conversion.